Hey guys, Civickid96 here, back in 2013. I had a long interruption in video production because I recently moved. As you can see, I'm no longer at my desk. I'm in an actual room. It's actually my daughter's room. Much better place I'm at now. Again, shout out to you guys that are still subscribed and waiting for me to come out with some new stuff. So what I'm going to actually do is do what a lot of people have done and do their best 12 of 2012. So let's go ahead and start with number 12. It is this, probably the most notorious one. Sorry for the poor lighting, but it is the Air Yeezy 2 Energy. A lot of people on my videos or comments are saying that this pair is fake. Get over it, guys. It is not a fake pair. This is from Asia. A lot of first complaint was that there was no suggested price. Well, if you get your shoes overseas, pretty much, they don't have a suggested retail because they're not selling in U.S. denomination. And also, number 2, the label is pretty much correct. The bag is correct. I can't emphasize it more, but this shoe was probably one of the reasons why 2012 was really bad. Just the fact that this caused so much unnecessary hype. Remember when these dropped, they dropped at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time between the Boston Heat semifinal game. Or was it final? I don't remember, but that game was on in addition to the Pacquiao fight that night, and they dropped at 11:30 without warning. People were glued at their computers all day. But anyway, again, sorry for the poor lighting, guys. This is my new place. I'm not really settled in. But the Nike Air Yeezy 2, number 12. Not number 1 on my list because of the fact that I did not get it at retail. And I had to pay a reseller's price for it, and it really pissed me off. But I liked the Air Yeezy 2. I'm not a hype beast on it, but it's a great shoe, great quality, great design, great detail. So, again, this brings me to another shoe. All these shoes of 2012 are not shoes that actually came out in 2012. It's actually pickups I had of 2012. So here's number 11. It is the LeBron 8. There you go, if you can see it, guys. I'm sorry about the poor video quality. This year I vow to get a better camera. Okay, and it is this pair, the LeBron 8 South Beach. Finally copped a pair. I gotta give a shout out to Edwin and his group on Facebook, the Heat Exchange. Those guys, bunch of legit dudes. This pair was dead stock, and I picked it up for a very low price, lower than what you usually see in the market. But again, I've worn these suckers like 2 or 3 times. As you can see, the bottoms are dirty. You know, I wore them. As soon as I got them, I wore them. But it's not a grail, but the LeBron 8, there's a couple silhouettes I wanted. And one of them, it was the All-Star, which I also picked up this year. But I didn't add because, I mean, it was the all-blue pair. I had the Entourage, but I sold it right away. But I do have the South Beach and the All-Star, and that's plenty enough for me for the LeBron 8, which is my number 11 shoe of 2012. Let's go down to the next one. Number 10 is the Nike SB, and it is the Nike Dunk Low Premium SB Fire Red Black Cement Gray. If you don't know what this is, I'll pull it out. Again, these guys came back in a big way. It is the Nike Dunk Low Supreme. Here it is. I brought back some old friends I knew that haven't been shoe collecting in a long time. But a very sick shoe, guys. The original was white with the elephant print and the pretty much square. Same silhouette, same everything. It's just Supreme outdid themselves. This was I got my pair unfortunately through a reseller, but I paid a decent price for it now because size 11s or 10.5s in this case are very difficult to find. Here's a nice little hashtag, world famous Supreme Nike. These guys, they were released online. I think they were gone within 30 seconds or less. And unless you were at Supreme NYC or LA, there was no way you were able to cop. But, you know, great shoe. SB Classic, just brought back in a new twist. I still have my 2002 white Supreme lows. I used to have all the Supreme SBs, by the way. Sold them over the years, but that's another one. That's my number 10. Number 9, still in the same vein with these guys. Still with the same vein. We're going to go ahead and show you what this was. And it is the Nike Air Force One. There you go. Nike Air Force One Premium Energy. And there are these bad boys. The Air Force One Canvas Camo. Beautiful shoe, nicely camoed. Gum bottom sole, which is pretty sick on Air Force Ones. Nice little details on the tongue here. You can see Nike Air Force One Supreme. With a nice little Supreme logo in the back. This was another online cop through Supreme. I actually did it at my new job late last year. Actually copped a pair of olives and this. I wish I had the blacks. Otherwise the blacks would have made it over these camos. But a great shoe. Canvas. Supreme quality. Excellent. It'll be rocked this year. That is my, where is that? My number 9 shoe. My number 8 shoe this year was this guy here. The Air Foamposite 1. I had the Electrolime and the red. I had them in my possession, but I ended up reselling them. Sold them to a guy for his son, actually. It was real cool because the guy was a good friend of mine. I met at one of the releases. But he wanted them for his son, for his high school son. And I gave it to him for a pretty good price. I didn't really outcharge him or anything. You know, again, it's a guy that's dedicated to get his son, you know, his son's some good sneakers. So I said, what the heck, you can have them at this price. But these came out late last year, before the whole thing came down. And there are these here, the Stealths. I mean, you can't ask for anything more from a Foamposite. It's solid black with a charcoal bottom, penny logo. Toughest tanks. A daily all-purpose shoe that cannot be passed up, especially for this price. I actually got these retail. I was one of the lucky few that got them online right when Nike Store dropped. But yep, this is the Air Foamposite 1 Stealth. Go ahead, pass that one by. That was my, was it 10, was it 12, 11, 10, 9. That's my number 8 shoe of 2012. Number 7 this year is this bad boy here. The Air Jordan 4 Retro. I was very fortunate to cop this. This pair I had to get, even though it's not the same as my 99 Retro, but still had to get. And here it is. It is the white cement 4, complete with hang tag and all. There it is. Got these through Crooked Tongue. Believe it or not, I got these while I was on deployment in Kuwait last February. Believe it or not, I caught it through Crooked Tongues, right when they were still doing good deals on their site with free shipping. Got it for pretty much retail. Got it through my iPhone through the Wi-Fi. I don't know how I did it, guys, but it got through. Solid, classic Jordan 4 colorway and a classic silhouette. Glad to have them again. This time you can actually wear these and not fear of cracking. That is that. My next shoe needs no introduction. It was released maybe 2-3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago probably. Here's the Air Jordan 11 Retro. This needs no introduction. I mean, you guys have seen many countless videos on this blasted pair, so I'm not going to really elaborate on it. But it is the black and red Jordan 11. Here it is. If you did your homework, and if you knew your sources, these are pretty easy to get. I actually had 5 pairs of these bad boys, but 2 of them I'm actually keeping. One's for my buddy who's stationed out in Jordan, and a bunch of other stuff. 2 went to a good buddy of mine in California. Was glad to help him out. Shout out to Edward and Heat Exchange. Again, buddy, I was glad to help you. These were no problem to me. I don't know how people cannot, especially if you've been collecting for a long time, not get a pair of these classics. Even though they're not the same as the 2001 Retro, which I once had and I traded for a 617 pack. But I'm glad to have these in my possession again. I'm definitely going to rock, and I definitely started a thing this year. I mean, a lot of people have been doing it, but I'm starting to get my kids the Christmas Jordans now in addition to myself, so we can all rock some good stuff. So that's pretty much that shoe there. Let's see. Get this here. Close that up. And my next shoe is going to be basically the same model, but this is my 5th shoe of 2012. It's going to be the same model but different colorways. So here it is, the Kobe 7 here, and the black purple Tros, and the Kobe 7 here. Now this one here, I'm just going to bring out one shoe of each. The 7 itself, as a Kobe fan and a fan of his stuff in the last few years, actually, I'll be honest, I got started with the 6, and it got me back into really collecting hardcore again. But the 7 Kobe, the first pair was the Cloak, which was really awesome because of the fact that straight purple, and sometimes if you turn it in light, it turns into straight turquoise with a 3M swoosh, clear bottom. This came out the same time as the Cement Forza. These got restocked, I think, 2 or 3 times. But this 7, and the most controversial one that came out was the Kobe 7 What the Kobe, which was basically a mix of the entire animal pack that he did this year. Pretty much the 7, performance-wise, was pretty disappointing, and it really didn't follow up with the successful was the 5 and the 6. But the 7 does have its share, fair share of cool colorways. These happen to be my 2 favorite, 2 of my favorite ones. I do like the rest of the animal pack, but I'm not gonna dig out all my shoes to include everything. But that was my number 5, was the Kobe 7 Cloak and What the Kobe. My number 4 shoe is this right here, the Nike Free Aneva Woven Energy shoe. Now this shoe is no joke. Check it out. The retail pretty much was $128, or not even $128. It's $200. $200. And here it is. It's the Nike Aneva. Now this shoe, you're wondering why $200 for a shoe like this? It's a woven. This is probably one of the best $200 I've spent on a shoe, especially from Nike, in a very long time. Okay, now the woven itself came with a tag. Okay, Nike Sportswear came out with a tag, and if you see this, look what it says here. Okay, latest sole tooling, premium leather, new generation hand-built woven upper that shapes your foot once lacing up, and it does. It takes about 8 hours per pair to produce. Now think about that for a minute. 8 hours to prepare each pair of these things. That's pretty remarkable on the detail and the care they put for this shoe. Now for this shoe, actually, you need to go a half size up. I usually wear 10 and a half, so I went with an 11. They still stretch. The heel is pure leather. You have a cement free run bottom, cement sprint, cement print. It was insane, man. I was glad to be able to cop these. I've worn them about 2 or 3 times. They do mold to your feet. It gets you a little bit of used to. Try to wear thin socks if you do get them, but Nevas are pretty hard to find, especially in an all-black colorway, but I think they're releasing more this year. Do not miss out on it. So, Which brings me to number 3. I haven't given them enough praise, but I'll say it again. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you, Heat Exchange, for this pair. This here is my number 3 shoe pickup, the KD2 Supreme. And if you're wondering what colorway it is these bad boys right here, the creamsicle. Again, KDs are booming in popularity now, but I decided, everyone was like, hey Mike, you want to check out this pair? I mean, I'll give it to you for whatever. And I'm glad I took it. I mean, this is insane. The detail on the bottom, like if you can't read the bottom here, but I can, it has details like 100 laps, 100,000 toe raises, 500 push-ups, run, hunt, hill. It's basically Kevin Durant's mantra. Grandma brings dinner to the gym, nap behind gym curtain, age 9. A lot of sick details. And what's really sick about this pair, it has a 3M upper. So if you take a flash photo with this, my goodness, it'll flash. And my goodness, this is very, very well-crafted shoe. Very hard to find now, especially in this size. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you again. The KD2 Supreme Creamsicle. Wow, we got a room here. Which brings me to my number 2 shoe of 2012. It is here. It is the Kobe 8 system, and it's this guy right here, the Christmas pair. I just undeadstocked mine today. Oh my gosh, guys. The Kobe is back in a very, very, very big way. This pretty much, the 8 is pretty much solidifying the fact that 7s are useless. A lot of people have been saying that. The 7s, these blow the 7s right out of the water. And these are on par with the quality of the 5 and the 6. More so the playability of the 5. I mean, this shoe here, the last couple of iterations, I had to go a half size up on Kobe's because they're so narrow. But this one, with addition to the Lunar Lawn cushioning and everything else, you can go to your true size and still be okay. But my goodness, this is like walking on pillows, and whatever Kobe had input on this time was phenomenal. I mean, this is probably going to be the most, picked up shoe this year, the 8 in most colorways. Can't stress it enough. Christmas pairs are very hard to find, but grab a pair of Sulfurs if you can and just put them on, try them on at the store. You will not be disappointed. But that is my number 2 shoe of 2012, which brings me to my number 1 shoe. Now, all those shoes you saw could be number 1, but this shoe is number 1 to me because it introduced me to a bunch of new friends. I was able to gladly meet them and be proud to say that I know a bunch of great people. So, without further ado, this is the number 1 shoe for me of 2012. It is the Nike Run Roshi. Now, why do I pick this as the number 1 shoe? Well, first of all, this shoe was very underrated at the beginning of the year. This retailed for $70. Now, this thing, I don't know what happened. The popularity of the internet, the popularity of word of mouth. This Calypso here, this is my worn pair. I have a dead stock pair here. I'm not going to probably let go. I was thinking about it, but I won't. Goes for over, God knows, $200. I don't know why. It's just a simple $70 shoe. And the simplicity, the idea behind it was, simplicity. Back to the basics. Simplicity was what Dylan Marsh wanted out of these shoes. I mean, this was a versatile shoe. They could be worn in the summertime with socks, no socks, pillows on feet. Got so many colorways. Speed Red. That's still dead stock. I'm gonna wear Siren Red. Here you see I got a Iguana here. Iguana colorway. I mean, you can't ask for anything more for a shoe like this because, it pretty much introduced me to Team Roshi. I want to give them a shout out to Team Roshi. A bunch of very big Team, Roshi shoe enthusiasts. It's so versatile because, number one, the price point was so attractive. I mean, $70 a pair, you could probably get every colorway once, twice, thrice. And they get so dirty, I mean, look how dirty they get. But these things are so awesome. You can toss them in the laundry, and they come out bright as new. I mean, what more? I can't toss these South Beaches in the laundry. I can't toss these Yeezys in the laundry. I can't toss any of the stuff I have in the laundry and come out as new. But these guys, the versatility, the simplicity, overall, just the aspect of it was a great idea, and that is why I named it as my number one. Again, thank you very much, guys, for watching my video. Thank you for all those subscribers that stuck by me. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. Just push that button, like it, dislike it, or just leave a comment on this video. I'm very much happy to do this again. 2013 will be a little slow down for me this year because there's just too many things coming out. But again, if you want to hit me up, just hit me up, message me. Follow me on Instagram at Civickid96. Pretty much on Twitter is the same thing. And thank you very much, guys. Have a prosperous 2013, and we'll see you maybe later this year. I'll have some videos on some small little things here and there, but we'll see you again later, maybe in another 360 some odd days, and we will do a best of 2013. So until then, this is Civickid96 signing off. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you again.